Today we're going to do a reading on what your Valentine's Day will be like and what challenges it may present. We are going to do an interactive reading, so that means if you haven't already chose a card from the Facebook post, please choose one of the three piles. I'm going to hold up three piles of cards. Pile 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. So based on what you're drawn to, selection 1, 2, or 3, or possibly more than one selection, or maybe all the cards. But whichever you choose, write number 1, 2, or 3, or multiple numbers in the comments so you remember which you chose, and I'm going to go over them with you. So it's funny when you ask the cards a question, you don't always get the direct answer you are looking for, and I'm actually getting answers based on some things you can do to make your Valentine's Day really great and what challenges you may have. So if you chose pile 1, you chose the Ten of Wands in the Worlds. This tells me you make yourself responsible for carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders single-handedly. So the only person standing in the way of a happy Valentine's Day for you is you. You are loading up your plate as usual with less time than tasks. Try to aim to complete them early or even save some of the work for after Valentine's Day so you can enjoy the weekend. There is great potential for you to have a pleasant Valentine's Day this year, but it is really a matter of if you allow yourself to. I feel with these cards, the message for you is that you need to give yourself permission to take a rest and some leisure time, not just for Valentine's Day, but probably in general. And you are always going and running around and still don't think you're doing enough. Well, that may be just how you get things done, by pushing yourself that way. However, if you want to have a good Valentine's Day, I would give yourself permission to let someone else carry the weight of the world for a couple days or the weekend. So it looks pretty good. You have a lot of control over how good it is, though. Okay, if you chose selection 2, you chose the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This shows me that you have a lot going for you now, but still you have enough time to find problems with how things are lining up. The thing is that things are lining up, just not exactly how you pictured it or planned it in your very regimented, structured mind. The perfectionist in you needs to take a lunch break because it may be getting out of control, even for you, Maestro. The demands you put on yourself are not the problem. It's more so the expectations that you have of others that is likely to cause difficulties. Not because you hold others to it, but because you are disappointed when they don't meet the expectations that you project for them in your mind. So when things don't go according to your plan, you end up disappointed. I hope you realize that most people aren't mind readers and that you really don't need to spend your precious energy being disappointed about this fact. Like those who chose card number 1, you also have to give yourself permission to relax and go with the flow for a bit. You will see when you do this, the sky doesn't end up falling and you may actually enjoy yourself. You should have a nice Valentine's Day and some nice surprises in store for you, but it is not going to come in the neatly wrapped package that you're expecting. Instead of needing to have a choreographed itinerary, why don't you just relax and see what's in store for you? This is also indicating to me that you're more comfortable in the role of giver, and you're always giving your time and giving things to other people. Because of that, you're not really comfortable accepting gifts. So I think that this is another message for you to become more comfortable accepting gifts and to relax a little bit. Being open, warm, and receptive should ensure a very nice Valentine's Day for you. And the final choice, which was choice number 3, is the Hanged Man and 7 of Swords. So issues may arise for you and your love interest around Valentine's Day. Expect delays and talk of planned cancellations and even rescheduling. Social plans might appear to be broken or on hold, and at times you're going to feel like your love interest is keeping you in the dark. They may appear distant. Though there is a risk of plans falling through or being put on hold for your Valentine's Day, it ends up being a false alarm, and in the end, things go as planned. You are probably going to be on edge during the wait to see if your date is still on or not, but it will be, so don't worry. The only lesson is to beware of this pattern with your lover. This connection is going to be a challenging one, with many days that have this sense of uncertainty or a more ambiguous nature. I do feel, though, that you are in this and going to try your hardest to make it work. With that being your decision, it's important not to get too far ahead of yourself. Stay in the moment and focus on the positive, such as when your plans end up happening after all. By focusing on the now rather than worrying about what will happen next with this unpredictable Valentine, you will have a surprisingly fun and enjoyable Valentine's Day. So that is your Valentine's Day reading. I'm going to be doing other readings soon, interactive readings. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get the latest readings, and I'll talk to you soon.